Hey gang, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube video. This is Gina, super excited to be here with you today to go over some prep and installation tips on that brand new car seat you see behind me. That is the Nuna EXEC Next. So we're gonna show you rear facing, forward facing, lower anchor, and seatbelt, and possibly even booster if there's enough time, we'll see. But yeah, if you haven't yet, go ahead and like, follow, or subscribe to this channel. And the best thing you can do, if you fall in love with this seat or just want to go shopping in general, head on over to my website, destinationbabykids.com. I'm a real brick and mortar store here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I can ship anything directly to your home pretty much for free. And we have such a broad variety of items on the website, destinationbabykids.com. Cannot stress enough how appreciative I am of all of you viewers. We're working our butts off to get to 10,000 subscribers this year. So let's launch into this fabulous video going over tips and tricks for installing the Nuna EXEC Next. Okay, in an effort to be a little more thorough, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that we can do before we even start installing the car seat to make our lives easier. So the first thing I would encourage you to do is find your vehicle manual. The next thing I would tell you to do is to make sure you have your car seat manual. If you do not have your car seat manual, you can go ahead and head on over to Nuna's website and download it directly from them. So useful. But we're going to need both of those things just to make sure that we're doing everything correctly when we're doing our installation. The next thing I would tell you to do would be vehicle preparation. So vehicle preparation entails making sure the spot that you're installing this in your vehicle is clean and free of debris. So if there's anything in your back seat that could be considered a projectile that in an accident could fly around and hit the baby in the head, let's say a day planner, an organizer, a computer bag, that type of stuff that we don't think about so much because it's tucked in the back, we're gonna wanna get rid of all of that so we can have a nice, clean, empty space to go ahead and install our car seat. So we do those steps before we even start messing around with the car seat, right? Once we've got our manuals and we've got our vehicle prepared, we're gonna go ahead and start getting the seat ready for installation. Now, I'm sure you're asking, do I need to know which way I'm installing it and the method of installation before I start prepping it? No. What I'm gonna show you right now is gonna be useful for any way that you want to install it in the car. Let's start with going ahead and raising the headrest up. So there's a handle right here at the top of the seat. You're gonna pinch that and you're gonna lift this headrest up toward the sky. The next thing we're gonna do is remove this headpiece. Again, not critical, but I'm gonna do it anyway just to be more thorough. And then we're gonna go ahead and remove this infant insert. Now, before you say, hey, but I'm gonna use it with an infant, we have to put this back in for after the installation anyway, so I'm gonna make sure to show you how to do that. To remove the infant insert, you're gonna go ahead and hit the red buckle, unbuckle it, and then you're gonna hit your chest clip piece to go ahead and unbuckle that. And then there are little snaps on either side of this infant insert. And then to make this easier, let's also remove this crotch pad buckle. To do that, there is a snap on the actual crotch pad buckle. Undo that. That will enable you to take that piece off much more easily. If you pull on it when it's snapped, it's not going to come off. That's intentional because they don't want baby to pull it off. And then we'll go ahead and remove the infant insert by pushing the red buckle down through the crotch hole and pulling that out. Now, when you look at the seat, you also have side impact pieces and some other stuff going on in here. To make this harness looser, I'm going to go ahead and press, there's a button in between the legs that's covered with fabric, but that is our harness release. If I press on that and then pull on the harness, I'm able to actually loosen it and sort of pull it out of the way, which is very helpful for the seat prep. We're going to go ahead and lift the fabric that's attached to the headpiece up. And then there's another piece of fabric that's actually snapped to the back of the seat. We're gonna go ahead and unsnap that on both sides. And then our side impact piece also has some snaps going on that we're gonna want to undo, because without undoing that, we're not gonna be able to pull this fabric fully forward. So my goal is to get this whole set of fabric pulled forward. And now, if I pull my harness out of the way, I can maybe use the magnets on the side. Helpful. New magnets, stronger. If I tip the seat forward, hopefully all the viewing audience can see. And actually, maybe I'll just carry it over so you guys can see. There are two doors. There's a door on the bottom right here that's blue handle on it. And then there's another door on actually the backrest of the seat with a red tab, and that's for forward-facing installation. So the goal here again isn't to be opening the doors or worrying about that. It's to be moving all of this fabric out of the way so we have access to these points. And now we're going to show you how to prep the seat additionally for lower anchor installation. And then also we'll show you seatbelt. Hey gang, welcome back. I'm so excited to be here to show you how to do a rear-facing installation with your Nuna EXEC Next with lower anchors. So come on over and we'll take a look. The first thing that we're going to do with this seat is make sure we understand where those lower anchors are. And remember, we're only doing a lower anchor installation with a kiddo weighing up to 35 pounds. If they weighed more than 35 pounds, we would do a seatbelt installation. So here's where our lower anchors are. They're tucked into this blue area. It says lift up for rear facing installation. So we're going to lift that, and then that is where our lower anchors are hiding. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out, and as you can see, they are physically attached with this little black strap to the seat. Now, before I go hog wild with anything, I'm going to go ahead and actually orient my seat backward because that is the way we're going to be installing it. So let's turn this guy around. Turn the seat around, and then let's go ahead and put our baby into our rear-facing recline. I'm going to press this tab, and because this kiddo is not a newborn, I'm going to set him maybe at like position, what position are we going for? Position 1. So that's our most upright for rear-facing. The next thing is our foot plate. I'm going to press these tabs and pull this foot plate up and extend it all the way out. That is in the book. And then we're going to shoot the seat closer to the backrest. They want this foot plate to be making contact with the backrest in its most extended mode. And there are some different angles, so depending on how your backrest is, you're going to want to determine the best angle for that. Okay, so now we're open. We have a blue path that shows a seat belt, but that's also going to be useful for our lower anchor belt. Let's go ahead and open up the cup holders. And if the camera guy can look on the side, right down here, there's a little place to get your finger and pop it up. But if that's annoying, you can actually cheat and go on the inside and pop it up that way. So we're going to open up both cup holders on either side because that's like our secret tunnel that we're going to do our installation with. So we're going to take our lower anchor, and as you can see, it reads up on one side, meaning the thick side's on top. We're going to shove that through this little hole. Whew. And then we're going to attach it to our lower anchor point in the vehicle. Every car 2003 and newer has them. You can consult your manual to find out where they are in your car. Now, we're going to go ahead and pull this through. Again, make sure this belt is not twisted. I'm going to lengthen this just to make my life easier. I'm going to pull this guy through, hook it up to its lower anchor on the other side. And then I am going to tighten this belt because we don't want it loosey-goosey by pulling on this silver strap. The trick to getting this tight is to not pull it toward myself. I'm going to actually move around to the other side of the seat. And the trick to get it very tight is going to be to pull this through its own hole. Little tip for you, little pro tip. So now I can make this tighter by pulling it in this direction. That will enable the seat to be tighter. So instead of leaving it cockeyed, I'm kind of going to neaten it out. Now we still have a little bit of movement here. That's good because when we close this true tension door, we're going to want that to close, and there needs to be enough slack in that belt for that to close up. Now, this is an important step. We're going to put everything back very, very gently and correctly. So we're going to run our crotch belt piece through its hole. We're going to make sure that our harness comes through appropriately on either side. And then there's snaps on the back. We're going to want to hit that material perfectly. And then again, our side impact pieces, this is really critical. We're going to want to make sure we snap those because we definitely want to use those side impact pieces for kiddos that weigh up to 40 pounds and are 43 inches tall. It's a must do. And then I'm going to need my little crotch piece, which I left over there, but it does indicate in the book that you do need to use all of the padding and pieces in the different modes correctly. So we'll assume kiddo in here is not a newborn. They have head and neck control, hence the more upright position. But we'll set that up, and then what our final step is going to be is hooking up our harness to make sure that it's moving without any impediments. So I'll lower that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull. That's tightening fine. To loosen, there's a button on the inside of the seat. Pull on that to loosen. Make sure the seat's not moving an inch from its installation point. And if we want our cup holders up, we can have them up and open, or if our preference is to close them, they can come down. So hopefully that's helpful and gives you some information on how to do a rear-facing installation with lower anchors for your Nuna EXEC.